Hello, everyone. This is Friedrich with War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. It's May 21, 1942. Let's see what we can expect. Trying to get the infantry regiment 21st. Okay, off of Johnston Island. Okay, this is a coastal minesweeper taking on these this bombardment group. I'm assuming that's what this is a bombardment group. I believe this cruiser, this CS, is carrying what he likes to do. Well, I shouldn't say this. I have seen a couple of places where he's had these ships with some cap, like float planes or some kind of anyway, fighter cover. Our minesweeper, of course, runs away. Here's the seal, and we get a Mark 14 into the side of this ship. Heavy damage. We'll see if it sinks. You can never be sure. One torpedo may or may not sink a full-size cargo ship. And I hear sinking sound. I'm guessing we sank that. One of the few times our Mark 14 works. And as I suspected, this is a shore bombardment. Let's get through here. The idea, I guess, is to soften this up because he really wants to take this. Pardon me. Mostly damages the base, which he's going to have to repair. All right, more loading. I really want to get these bases up higher so it's easier to load and unload. We encountered this force again. This was his shore bombardment force. Our coastal minesweeper is still in the area and at risk of being destroyed. And if we watch the combat resolution here, some of these shells miss, but he got a 20 centimeter one in, and it just obliterated the coastal minesweeper. Just one shell hit. The Sea Dragon, this put a torpedo into the side of the tanker, but it was a dud. I'd probably rather have this one hit than the cargo ship, but we can't be too, and it was 4 torpedoes, wow. We can't be too picky. It'll be okay. Now this is the S-36 S-boat. We get a torpedo in, on fire, heavy damage. Hopefully this sinks it. The on fire heavy damage kind of indicates it probably will, but let's, yep, that sank as well. Now, we've encountered 2 tankers and 2 cargo ships. The cargo ships we sank, the tankers we did not. This one actually whiffed 4 torpedoes. But hey, we didn't get hit by depth charges either. Alright, what else we got? Okay, it looks like we're doing air stuff, of course. Spotting, okay, and a bombing raid over Monado. And you saw, I don't know if you saw that, he has roofs here, and that's from his CS ship that's sitting here. Cruiser, I don't know what, actually, I don't know the Japanese vessels that well, so the CS, I'm not sure what the CS represents, but it does carry some kind of a carrier or supports some kind of aircraft. Maybe CS is seaplane carrier. Anyway, like I say, I'm not that familiar with it. I'm not familiar with the designation. Okay, 7th Armored Brigade gets bombed. It is overcast. These 15 bombers, maybe the terrain helps, but we don't get hit. Well, we don't lose any elements. All right, and Lilies are bombing Wenchao. This was heavy cloud. No visible effect there. And we're bombing ground troops here west of Cannes. Take some damage. Yeah, get some bombs into the ground troops. And here's an additional 25 fortresses. It is partial cloud. We do take some damage, and we beat up his troops a little bit more. I think this turn we'll have the full 7th Australian Division in that hex at the end of this turn. Okay, now this is bad. I should say we're trying to fly from Rangoon to Pegu to Cap Pegu. And he's bringing in a sweep of Oscars. This may take a while. And I saw he had 27 Oscars come in. It looks like he must have another 10 flying cap over it. Okay, let's push through. All right, all 23. I doubt we lose all 23. 3 destroyed supposedly. No Japanese losses. This surprises me. This is the AVG Flying Tigers. I'm surprised that they did so terrible in that action. I mean, like, they've been sitting here rested, fully rested, waiting for action, and when they get it, finally, they fail. pretty disappointing. I've got more American air groups coming. Ooh, potentially PBY hitting a destroyer. I'm disappointed in AVG, but they'll be withdrawn soon, and I do have some American fighter groups coming in. It's, total of 8 squadrons, so hopefully we'll be okay. Well, I should say 6, because I think the other 2 are headquarters squadrons. And those also get withdrawn by... Okay, the S-36 hits another cargo ship. Heavy damage. See what happens to that one. I didn't hear a sinking sound. Okay, here we are at Wenchao bombardment. Okay. And here's a shock attack right here. Okay, I think he had tanks come across west or northwest. Anyway, he gets across here, which instigates a shock attack. But 1 to 99. And you can see here, we didn't lose anything, and he lost 40 destroyed tanks and 29 disabled. That pretty much wrecks or takes this regiment out of action for a while anyway. Bombardment, he's bombarding us here. His mortar has pulled out. I'm not sure why, because I don't think we've done any damage to it. But we have an artillery unit, let's see, this field regiment, but he and the rest of our 7th division is here. So we've got division facing off against division. We have a little bit more assault value than he does, but there's no exchange here as far as no visible damage to either side. And here's a bombardment, Eastern Burma. Let's see, bombarding us at Pegu. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little tag here. We're pulling our division back. We're going to get into Rangoon and hole up here because Pegu is going to be untenable with bombers bombing. He's going to have air superiority here at least. Here we're going to do what we can to stack up some fighters and hopefully be okay. But here, this is potentially going to fall. Ambon, let's see. He's just bombarding here, so we'll move on. He's doing a deliberate attack at Monado. That bombardment, hopefully, well, for him, hopefully softened us up. Let's take a look. And we hold, so 122 assault value becomes 34, and 49 becomes 99 for reasons. But we do have terrain and forts on our side, fort level 3, and we still take a lot of damage with all the forts, but we're able to hold him off another turn. This is, okay, so if he has 122 base, minus 22, so he has 100 base AV after that. However, if you take 20 off of 49, we only have 29. So if he attacks again, it's going to be 100 to 29. So it's getting pretty bleak there. Now we also are bombarding with our field regiment. Okay. And we don't see anything happen from that. Okay, Sion, Fortification 6. That'll help keep that from falling anytime soon. And I'm going to flip to May 22 when this wraps up, as this wraps up, and then we'll do a synopsis after May 22. Okay, some reinforcements. This right here is mostly air groups moving, but we do get an air group in Aden and some reinforcements in Australia. Let's come back for May 22. And we're back. May 22, 1942. Okay, we spotted some cargo ships there by Port Moresby. See if we're gonna do something about it. I've got subs patrolling all up in there. I'm not sure what's going on, but here's the K11. Again, these are my Dutch subs that I need to hit when they can, because we don't have much. Our main Americans, well, our fleet subs or whatever you want to call it, those are not doing so well. So we need our S boats and our Dutch boats to do as much as they can until we get the American Mark 14 up. One torpedo hit on fire. That tells me it's probably not going to sink. Just a guess. Because well, and then here's the S-36, and they fire a dud, which is not a Mark 14, so that's a little disappointing, and that would have finished this off, but what are you going to do? All right, so he's doing a night bombing with 50% only moonlight, and these Blenheim 1Fs, I've got flying nightcap. I don't know how we'll do, and maybe it doesn't matter, but hopefully that at least affect the accuracy of these bombers. But again, it's night, and it's only 50%. Sorry, 57% moonlights. So my hope was to at least disrupt. We got one damaged, but I think that was flak. Not sure why that tanker is. It must be a damaged tanker. I have to look at. He's bombarding Denny. I have been holding off on bombing because I keep thinking it's a trap, and he's got a carrier somewhere here flying long range cap here. I'd rather not take a chance and get shredded. I flew a sweep, but I don't think the sweep is working because it's 7 hexes, and that's the extended range of our buffaloes. I'll probably just cancel that, or maybe I already did. I can't remember if I did or not. Let's get through this. Be here all night watching that. That's a lot of ships. Okay, mostly beating up the port. We have 39 coastal guns. We didn't hit anything. We're making him really earn in Denny because we've got a few supplies there, not too much, and our troops are entrenched, ready to go. I just don't know for sure how long they can hold out. The Porpoise decided to fire at a sub-chaser, although maybe, maybe it's more like they fire, but the sub-chaser intercepts it or gets in the way. And it looks like he has 3 of them up here. As far as we can tell, there's nothing else in this group. And it could just be an ASW task force. Now, the Sea Dragon here, which fired at a tanker and failed, is now being hit at. And I've seen terrible things in shallow water from these Tech 95. We did take damage there, although glancing blow. Let's see. So 2 hits. Doesn't look too bad. All right, come on, Dutch. Okay. We got another Dutch sub here south of Mindanao, and he has troops on this one. On fire heavy damage. Maybe we'll sink it. Yeah, ground troops. We'll see. But the on fire heavy damage tells me it may sink. All right, now we're in the air phase, so let's see what we're going to do this time. Okay, we're seeing aircraft by Johnston Island, which tells me he has subs still sitting there patrolling, watching for some of our stuff. All right, we are not covering this, so he's flying that there. He may. Okay, these are full cargo ships, full size cargo ships. Yeah, we're not going to do too well here. I may have to stop this pipeline. Now, again, these are torpedoes, which, we lost 2 boats, 3 hits each. They're tanking them pretty well, or the Japanese are just going, overkill just to make sure. But if you look here, 18 torpedoes were used here, and they do cost supplies. So, if we can make him use up supplies. Now, I'm not going to have cargo ships come out here just to tank torpedoes, but if that's the side effect, I mean, I don't know. If we could get some really good aircraft fire off of those cargo ships, that would help, I'm sure. All right, so, the siege is on there in Denny. Lily's bombing Wenchao. Okay, so we're getting in here low to try to avoid his anti-aircraft. I mean his cap, and we don't do anything anyways. Now we're bombing his troops still because why not? But no visible effects there. Okay, so he's got Oscars here, which tells me we can go ahead and sweep now. I'm gonna get through this. These take forever because he's trying to shoot these down. He can't catch up, or just different things. So let's just push through. All 26 get through. Severe storms, not what I was expecting, but we still get some bombs in here with some supply hits, runway hits, etc. Okay. So even with the cap, we're able to get some good hits on his base, and with the cap and with the weather. We destroyed an Oscar, and yeah, well, not epic hits, 1 supply and 7 runway. Again, severe storms here. Now, this may not turn out well with, okay, so we get in without even fighting the troops, most likely because, the Oscars, most likely because they're tired out from the earlier action, or the aircraft just doesn't have the endurance anymore. Now, it's possible his aircraft are fatigued. I'm going to do a sweep this turn over that. See if we can take advantage of pilot fatigue. Doing some recon here in the PM phase, and Sallies are bombing Pegu. Ground troops, I believe. No. This is a base attack. Runway hits 1, okay? And same thing. Now we're flying low again and this time hitting north of Pegu. I don't know how our bombers are going to fare. We lose supposedly 1. I'm going to guess more like 3. But we do actually get some damage on his troops, the ones that are here. I saw this looked like a small unit, support unit or artillery or something. And I decided to hit it because it's also in clear terrain. But now he has fighters just everywhere, swarming in this area. Although he has to do long-range cap everywhere to do it, which means wearing out his pilots and his aircraft. All right, the K-16 Dutch sub gets another torpedo into this ship carrying troops. We'll see if it sinks this time. Yep. I don't know what's on that boat, but what could be on it, or if it's an element of something else. Well, anyway. Okay, Japanese bombardment at Wenchao. What's new? Bombardment here. Okay. He's bombarding still here, and we also will be bombarding him in return. Now, according to this, he has 21 guns, and we have 218. This is a deliberate attack. He keeps pushing our troops around. They probably will surrender this time. Oh, retreating. What that means, well, I'm no expert. What that means, in my opinion, right now, is we're just being a nuisance, and he has to keep chasing us instead of regrouping and doing whatever he wants now. Probably I would have one of these groups, maybe say the tank regiment, do a pursuit into this hex. The regiment or the naval guard unit could have knocked us out. The tank chase us, and then it would keep things progressing. He's bombarding us here. I'm not going to retaliate with bombardment. We don't have the guns, and just expend supply. Although it makes him expend supply too. He's his group, which attacked Tegu a while ago. They're regrouping and coming back together. We're taking some damage here. I think we could hold for a while, but the thing is, if we hold Rangoon, it's going to even be stronger and harder to take. I think I'm going with it. Okay. Now we're bombarding a reply here in Australia, and we take some casualties here. But we're also forcing him to use supply, and I don't know how much he has. Maybe he has tons of supply, but he still he's going to use it, whatever it is. Okay, Luganville, nice. Airfield size 6. That's exactly what I need, because now I can start flying more aircraft out of there, including, of course, our dive bombers. Now, again, I don't want to be too fast and loose and lose a bunch. I guess what I could do is send a small unit and test the waters, no pun intended. Okay, some reinforcements. Mostly this right here is just air units moving around. Some of these reinforcements at Sydney are units that were destroyed at Port Moresby, so really it's not anything major reinforcements. Let's take a look at the resolution at the After Effects. Okay, I just wanted to start up here. We've picked up the 21st Infantry and 34th Combat Engineers. These guys are going to end up, I say split task force. I have troops going to Suva. Some of the 21st Infantry Regiment is going to end up at Suva to help hold that. The 34th Combat Engineer Regiment is going to Noumea, and they're going to be used to help take Kumak. Kumak is probably going to be fortified by now, and we will want to be able to attack those fortifications. Before I do too much more, let me go back here. It looks like literally 4-4 today. Okay, and if we look at the air losses to the details, we've lost, of course, all 4 of ours were Hudsons, which kind of a given. Oscars, sorry. He's lost 3 Oscars. I don't know where. Maybe all 3 are over Australia. And then 1 Mavis to Ops. Who knows where. We lost a missing and a killed pilot. Again, Hudson. So this is severe storms. And again, he has fighters here. I think, I mean, we've got high detection. So my best guess is he flew him in here, tried to cap trap us, and then flew him out. That's my thought. Our detection is high enough that I don't want to waste a sweep on 3 damaged fighters. They're I'm guessing damaged. I don't know. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just sit tight. But yeah, this is going to be a stalemate, honestly. Now we could attack. We've got where do we see? Okay, we've got not 400 tanks, but if we look at tanks only, now 24 Marmon Harrington, that's not really tanks, right? So I'm not really impressed with this, TOE. I mean, it's not terrible, but I wish these were, maybe uh, at least Matilda's. That'd be nice, but it is what it is. But I don't feel bold enough to attack. This would be 1 to 3 for either 1 to 3. Pretty much 1 to 3 because we both have about the same assault value. Now I'm not sure why he moved this mortar here, but we do have tanks. I'm not sure why it's going 90 to 138. I'm trying to get here, right? And it's going this way. I'm guessing that it wants to go like this, okay? So I'm going to redirect, and I'm going to say cancel, and we'll just say, why don't you go this way, okay? Then we'll go up this road, and then when it gets here, I'll tell it to come this way. And who knows, maybe we can chase this guy off. I don't know. But yeah. Let me come back up here real quick and look at this. I meant to look at ship sunk. I hate to jump all over, but last turn we lost 2 cargo ships due to bombing or torpedoes at Rangoon, and Asuka Maru was sunk near Davao. This was carrying troops, and this one ship is worth more than our 2. And it's a nice long range troop capacity, sizable cargo. This is a nice ship, so that's a good sinking. We did damage to one other cargo ship, I think one. Let's see. Let's look. Last month, is that? Yeah. Let's look at this. Okay. Now, if we look at sunk day, you can see here, this one is the one we were talking about. Now, because I didn't do an after action report last turn, or for the 21st, I just wanted to show you, we did these are the ones we heard the sinking sound. Okay, so we also sank 16 points worth of cargo ships the day before. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay. And while we're thinking about ships, and I'll get back to the other stuff later, momentarily. Remember we took some depth charge hits, 2 of them, glancing blows, I guess. Not much going on here. We'll stay on patrol for now. Okay. Back to what I was saying. If we take a look at our bombers here, pardon me, because we got attacked by Oscars, it looks like we took on some extra fatigue, and we do have some maintenance and repairs going on. So these guys will probably be stood down, and we'll just set all B-17s to just chill out for a day, at least one day. And the B-25s, we'll do the same thing with them as well, because they've been flying nonstop for a few days. Give them a rest as well. I don't know. I might want to take advantage of that. It looks like there's not much going on over that. Let's take a look at that planes. We do have some damage going on and a lot of fatigue on the aircraft. We'll let them rest still. Okay. Now, if we look at, because we don't want to neglect this area down here. What I'm thinking is these ships are probably going to bug out. I don't know for a fact. But I can fly out one more group from this base here. One possibility is I could take let's say, Banshee. We got 16 replacements. I could take Dauntlesses. We got plenty of Dauntlesses. And I say that because, like, if we upgraded to only 21, okay, we don't have plenty. So maybe let's say we could. I'm just spitballing here. We could take this, split it, and say, okay, I don't want to waste too many aircraft. Let's try a naval attack. Um, and we'll do 7, and that way we can utilize the normal radius. And so this is what I'm thinking. If we did this, we'd still be within the base admin levels. They would fly and bomb, and if he has any cap, we'll find out. We might get shredded, but if we don't and we hit something, then hey, we know. That might be worth testing. Just sending a small 4-plane group and experimenting. And in the meantime, we'll rebuild this unit and just consider it that experiment over, because we're not sweeping. It's just not working. It's too far. All right, I'm okay with that. And if I change my mind, I'll let I'll pass that information along. All right, we have overcast here, and our bombers have been chilling out, resting. I think now is the time to bomb again, and we can get our B-26s in. Okay, we'll do what we've been doing, and we'll hit the airfield with B-26s, and we'll hit the port with B-17s. And um, I kind of like that because the port seems to be harder to damage, and the B-17s, being the bigger aircraft with the heavier bomb load, can make more of an impact there. Um, the A-20s, we could mix it up and hit the ground targets here. Okay, just for something different. The B-25Cs, let me make sure I got that right. Which one was I really wanting to get the pilots? Okay, these pilots are better than the B-25 pilots. We'll keep those training, I think. They're still in the 50s. I'm okay with just keep them on training. All right. Um, I'm okay with this at least for now. Let's try that. And I'm shuffling some guys around because I want to get some more reinforcements to Australia. I want to shift um, some guys around. These ships are here to pick up troops. But one of the reasons why I'm not in a rush to offload to get them out of here is because we're still upgrading stuff, and I want to get the airfield capacity to 8 before I pull off any base forces. The base forces right now are all needed here, so I can't afford to do that just yet. Okay? This airfield will be 5 very shortly, a turn or two. Okay, let's move on. I'm taking a lot of time talking about these piddly, small, minor things. Ambon, Monado, some of these bases are still under siege here, and Denny, and we're still holding, so that's a good sign. Let's see, what do we got here? What are we still doing here? I guess one of the things we're thinking is if we fly Cap, if he does anything, we can, I don't know, hopefully shoot something down. But I'm not sure. if I shouldn't move some of these aircraft off here. Uh, well, so far we're okay. Because and he has, when he offloads more troops, we'll know it, and then before he attacks, we'll be able to get off there. For now, I'm okay. We've got plenty of supplies. I feel good about what I'm doing. I don't know which direction these guys are going, which tells me that our recon is not looking in the right direction. Semarang, I want to look at this hex and these three hexes basically. Well, okay, these two hexes in this one. I don't know if I care about that one so much. Um, so this is Semarang. This is 51101. Drop the carta. So this one we'll take and we'll go right there. Oh, we're already looking at that one. I want to keep an eye on, is he going up this way or coming this way? Um, and then let's see. All right, I might just hammer this with a bunch of night bombers. I don't know if I'll do it yet. We only have 57% moonlight. Maybe I'll wait one more day, let the moonlight get up to more like 67, 2/3 or higher. Um, these two bases are going to somewhat be tough nuts to crack, but not 100% sure. All right, just adjusting the supply level. I don't know if I'm doing the right balance. Okay, these guys are also needing to be chased. So there again, just being a nuisance here with these two little small units. That's that's what they're able to accomplish for us. Now, we should slide out of here with both of these groups this turn. That gets us into Rangoon. We'll have at least 13 more aviation support, which we're already barely overstacked here. Not too bad. Uh, we don't have a lot of cap here right now, and I mean, look at this. Ready. Let's take a look. Ready 24. Okay. And not all of these aircraft are actually ready. But what I'm thinking about bringing some more aircraft. For example, I have somewhere. See, I have here I have basically 11 aircraft, which puts us right at the aviation support level as soon as these guys slide in. So I have 11, and I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to fly those two into here, combine, and then we'll have exactly what we need. Anyway, and the fatigue is back down. I think I can say set all of these. Um, as well as these. So, so we're going to have some levels too, 25, 15, and 15. Maybe we can make the Buffaloes 20. All right. Um, So so yeah, I'll regroup my British aircraft. These air groups are wanting to leave by January 1. I mean, sorry, June 1 anyway. So if we can use them and harass and affect the Japanese for another week before we have to withdraw them, that's fine with me. Okay. China is still backwater. However, I will cover it real briefly because, it's been a while since we've circled back. Wenchao, we've got bombardments. Nothing really else happening in the southeast. But as we look at the north, we've got cavalry moving this way. I believe he has troops like, you see this wall of, I think he has troops here as well. So he's got a wall of troops. Okay. I'm not sure what all is here. He could have divisions and he could have tiny, tiny units. Um, by the way, the reason these troops are pulling back is because he's coming up here like this. I don't think he can knock us out of here. We've got a lot of assault value here. But what I'm worried about is somehow getting cut off, which I don't think he can do. But I'm still going to pull back. I've got tons of troops in these hexes here. I can get them in better position. Like, see all these? For now, I'm going to just say, just hold this. Um, I may shuffle around some more, but the idea here is to start building up fortifications because the last thing I want is him to come across here and cut off Xi'an from north. Because because look at this, if he was here, he's already here. That How are we going to get supply? I mean, we'd have to move slowly across the mountains. Anyway, so the idea is to protect this, and then if he comes up this way, maybe I can get some troops up here. But in the meantime, anyways, if he takes these, I still have these to secure too. So we should be okay. All right. And we should see, I don't know, because of my positioning in these various areas, we should see if he's coming, in these hexes up here. And if he is, it'll be slow. And also, again, the supply issue. He may. I wonder if he's having supply issues anywhere. I mean, these guys are way off the path. I don't know. I'm not sure how this works because if I were in his shoes, it seems like I would be seeing red supply levels. All right. So yeah, that's about it. I will show you this too. We have, and we're not cheating here. We've got Chinese troops here. They're bought out, and we've already got fortification level 1 here. The idea is to, and we've got these guys planning for locations in here, in different places here. This reminds me, I guess we'll keep it there. At least they're set up for 100 somewhere. But the idea is to position a couple of guys also here and here. That way, because I can just see it now. He moves here and then messes up our stuff here. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't worry too much about this X, but I do want to keep this one with this road open. And maybe that's why I keep this one so that he can't just ooze through like this. All right. So as long as I have these 3 hexes, should be good. I will have this. I've got a British brigade coming to Lashio. I have another brigade parked here at Miatkina. Okay. I've got this reconnaissance regiment. It's going to be parked here. And so we'll have these key positions held. I've got a brigade here. It's going to be hard for him to come up this way. He can defeat this with a division or so, sure, and work his way this way. but we already have, look at that, 132 assault value. And that's not huge. Um, but by then, hopefully, we can have this reinforced as well. Plus, we've got troops. Look at this: 26th Indian Infantry. We've got some units here. If things look, the idea that I'm positioning guys here for is if he decides to come this way, because I feel like this is more important than this. However, if he's marching up here and threatening up here and hasn't yet pushed the envelope here, I'll start shifting guys this way. I do have reinforcements are supposed to be appearing in India that are part of the 15th Indian Corps, and I'll position them probably here. Maybe more troops here. We'll have to see what we get and what we plan to do. By the way, these guys are only here for a year, okay? So let's see, by May 43, June 43, they'll be gone. Oh, this one I've got longer. What was I thinking? Let's see. This one's 2 years, 2.5 years. And this one is not being okay. So never mind. I'm in good shape. This reconnaissance regiment is the only thing that will be withdrawing before the 40 before the end of 43. But certainly even this will help up here, because by then I'm sure by late 42 he'll be pushing up in this area, so anything I can have up here will help. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling at this point. I do have, I will show you this, 10th US AAF heading to meet Kiena. The air capacity is 4. Here it's 4. So we can get this one up to 7, I guess. Oh, okay. This might be a better one to build up. I'll tell you what. As we get closer, I'll just stop it here, and we'll need a base force here and build this up. I need to think about that and plan for that. Get some engineers, base force, etc. Yeah. I'll find some engineers wherever I can get them and get them over there. I will say we have this base force. Never mind. We picked them up. Okay, where are we? All right, no, this is just aviation support. That's all it is. Okay. We'll have to scrounge up some engineers, get them here. I don't want to pull everything out of like I want to keep building up these hubs, Lashio and Miatkina. So I'll have to find some engineers somewhere else, get them here, and not only build up the base for fortifications, but build up for airfield. Okay. One last thing. 688 political points. I plan to buy out another regiment of the 41st Infantry so we can advance our agenda there at New Caledonia. With that, I'm going to wrap up here, and I will see you guys next time. We'll talk about May 23 turn resolution. Until then, take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.